Hello, welcome to Hope Ready, a series designed for new students to help you become better acquainted with Hope College. I'm your host, Dr. Ellen. With me today is Shonn Colbrunn. He's the Executive Director of the Boerigter Center for Calling and Career. Thanks for joining me today, Shonn.
Yeah, happy to be here. Thanks, Ellen.
So here is my leading question for you. What advice do you have for our incoming students in the fall?
Yeah, it's such a good question. And I know this is such a time of transition for our students coming onto campus and coming into a new environment. So I would say there's really two things that I would suggest students focus on when they come to campus in the fall. And the number one thing, the primary thing that I believe students should be focusing on is that transition. So it's a big change, living away from home. It's a big change getting used to that pace of college academics, right? Less classes than you had in high school, but more work, right? So getting used to that pace, that's a big deal in the fall. And it sounds a little bit like, why am I saying this? I'm the career guy, but seriously, let's not worry about career stuff in the fall. There's plenty of time for that. In fact, we don't even let students declare a major in the fall. So that's not something that students need to rush to do. So again, really just number one, focus on that transition because there's a lot there and it's going to be great. It's just, focus on that and find success in those ways. And then the second thing that I would recommend for students for the fall is take time to learn about yourself. This is, Ellen, you see this every year, right? So this is a time for students to learn about who they are and how they're wired and what makes what they believe and what they value. And so this is going to be something that even this summer we get a head start on that. Students, we're going to ask you to take the Strengths Quest survey, and that's going to identify your top 5 personality traits, things that you're just naturally good at. So do that this fall, do that this summer. You'll talk about it this fall in your first year seminar class, which is going to be a great class because that also allows time for reflection, to learn about yourself there too. And in addition, we have some resources through the Boerigter Center where you can continue to learn more about yourself and your career interests. In fact, we've got a tool called Pathway U, and it helps to highlight careers that are aligned with your interests and your values. This could be a great way to confirm what you may be thinking about, or it's a great way to discover some things you may have not thought about for your future. And then the one other thing related to that is as you're getting into that, learning about yourself, if this starts to get overwhelming, we have members of my staff that are professional, academic, and career advisors. And it's great to just sit down and talk it through. Because this is something that, if there's all these assessments, what does this mean? So we're ready for that conversation, and we are so excited to welcome you to have these conversations with us. And so those are the two things I would suggest.
Those are great. What a great reminder that there are people here at Hope whose job it is to talk to students about the things they're thinking about, right? So that they don't have to do this journey alone. There are so many people here to help. And your office is one of those places to find people. Speaking of your office, so once we get through the fall transition, what services does the Boerigter Center for Calling and Career provide to students as they progress through college?
Yeah, so good. So I think a couple of things that students can keep in mind is that as you go through that college experience, you'll start to get into some places where you'll want to do deeper exploration in some career tracks. So even spring of freshman year, that's a good time to be doing some job shadowing. We have a formal program called Discover Work, where you can sign up to be a part of that and go out and spend a day or two with someone working in a profession that sounds interesting to you. So take advantage of that. Another thing that we encourage highly is students reaching out to alumni and just do some informational interviewing, just kind of a casual conversation and just to learn more about careers. And then as we're getting into, further on in college, we'll be talking about polishing up a resume, getting your online profiles in good order, setting those up. cover letters, applying for jobs and internships. So we've got a lot of time for that, but it's part of the core services of our office and helping students get ready for that. Yeah.
That's great. And where, when students do get to campus, where can they find you on Hope's campus?
We are located in the Boerigter Center, which is one of the main buildings in the center of campus. Our office is right around the corner from the mailroom. Yep. So hey, mom and dad, when you're sending care packages to your son or daughter, right, they'll come right by our office when they go to pick those up. Yep. And so students will be able to find us there. During the fall semester, we're going to be under a period of construction. We're doing some renovation in our office. We'll still have a couple of offices in that space that are available. So you can still find us there. But the other thing just to remember, that if you want to have additional information or be in contact or learn more about our services, you can find us more information on our website, hope.edu/Boerigter. And to spell Boerigter, look at the title of this session.
Right. It's a tricky one. Yeah. Thanks so much, Shonn, for joining me today. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. We are really working hard to make sure that we are all hope ready